actually what drew us to the play was the fact we were asked by the Arts Week. So the Arts Week approached the Rampart players to come up with the whole voice theme, and it was a crucial part of the whole voice theme that Kinsale Arts Week were putting on, and they asked us basically to put on Dorian Gray, which we were delighted to do. The actual script is fantastic. We're really lucky in the cast that we have. I mean, it really is fantastic. We've got a very unusual set. It's very up close and personal. And there's a lot going on. It's a real intricate web that's going on from start to finish, you know. So if you've ever had any interest in Dorian Gray, the play, if you've ever had any interest, you've heard the name of the play, you've never come across it before, now is the time to go and see it.
Brilliant.
Because the play deals with the whole theme of the Arts Week anyway, which is voice and virtue, which is a struggle we're all kind of struggling with voice and virtue, with the little angel on our shoulder and the little devil on our shoulder. So yeah, it does. It shows kind of, I suppose it's a fascinating insight into people who behave in really awful ways but portray a good face of the world. What is potentially going on inside them, what's happening to their soul. I suppose it's something we all think about, you know, because we're all guilty of being a little bit false at times.
Of course.
And you know, sometimes you do wonder, like, is there anyone actually looking and knowing that what I'm saying here is not what I believe or what I feel, you know? So I think from that point of view, yeah, there's absolutely, definitely something for everyone.
And have you found any challenges with connecting to this character?
I don't know, Dorian... Yes and no. I mean, Dorian pretty much, you know, he has that aspect to him that everyone knows. It's that wanting to stay young. But at the same time, Dorian comes from a very different world. Just the wealth and that kind of expectation for people to do what he wants is a complete lack of humility is what I would say, that kind of hard to get into. He also seems to get very, very passionate about things that seem strange to me, and very, very cold about things that I would expect people to be passionate about. He's
any part of his character that you can sympathise with, you know, kind of like just connect yourself to him.
I can sympathise with the wanting to stay young forever, and wanting to experience everything. It's just he shows kind of how dangerous that attitude is.
How he goes about it. Wardrobe malfunction on stage, or a prop malfunction, or anything like that?
Definitely.
How did you deal with it?
I had to take a gun on before. I think was it in a show, and the gun wasn't out, so I had to go out and do that. So I said, so it's just
terrifying.
Trying to keep my back to the audience as much as possible. And there was something else. Someone robbed my pants before. I didn't do it intentionally, like so.
You didn't go on pantsless, did you?
No, I didn't. I said my pants did rip on stage before, below the knee. There's a staple in the stage, caught the pants, so that literally the bottom half of the pants ripped off. But it was a guy who was much more weight than I had, so he took my pants and he probably fit in barely. And then I found his, and I was like, this isn't staying up. So running around everywhere looking for a belt and everything else, like, so it was pretty bad. So that's why I always keep my costume close by, or wear it all the time.
Everybody knows about Oscar Wilde, and everybody wants to go and see things by him, but people know his plays, and they know particularly The Importance of Being Earnest and Lady Windermere's Fan and things like that, and they're usually really, really funny. So Wilde is the first hook people want to come and see. But they've also heard of The Picture of Dorian Gray. Whether they've read the book or know about the play, it's a novel, of course, that's what it is. But they do know about the portrait.
The portrait.
Yeah, they all know that there's this portrait and there's something strange happens with it, and you know.
And the big mystery on this portrait, people want to see it, but he keeps
a lot of
it
people
hidden
don't
away.
actually. Yeah, people. Unless you've read the book, you don't actually know what's happened to the portrait. So, you know it's hidden in the attic, and then something odd happens. So that's the big thing, really. What happens? What happens to the portrait? And just answer me one question. Have you noticed in the pictures something that probably